Have you ever wondered what's the best seat on the train? Come along and I'll tell you. Hi everyone, we are Laurie and Rick. We travel part of the year in our Jayco Greyhawk motorhome. We enjoy discovering new places. There's more roads to travel on, so let's get started on this adventure. Come along and ride the Durango train with us to Silverton, Colorado. The Durango train station is located in the downtown area. This is where we grabbed our ticket to ride. We chose the round-trip adventure to Silverton and back on the Alamosa parlor car. Departing from the Durango depot, this unforgettable trip takes you up into the Rocky Mountains with views of the San Juan National Forest as you travel along the beautiful Animas River on your way to the historic mining town of Silverton. These next photos I'm going to show you are of the different classes of cars that you can reserve, but you'll need to check which train has which kind of car they're pulling that day. They have a steam train and a diesel train to check out. Here's one of the trains leaving the depot now. Here's one of the open-air cars. You can see that they have a lot of other cars attached to it. This will just give you an example of some of them. There's a standard coach car. These all have front-facing seats. And this is the Rio Grande observation car, which has 2 rows of seats facing out. This is a deluxe legend car. Their seats are back to front. And here's a real popular one, the night sky car. This has the dome ceiling to look out. And at the back is the caboose, is a parlor car. There are several different kinds of these ones. I'll let you know what those are here in the next section. What a beautiful day for a train ride. The standard class is a more affordable class with 2 options of cars. Coach seating, which is forward-facing padded seating, and an open-air gondola, which features outer-facing padded seatings in a row. Next is the deluxe class, with the Rio Grande open-air observation gondola. Has large overstuffed seats with more expansive viewing windows. The Legend has large windows and face-to-face seating. The San Juan coach has forward-facing seating with 2 seats on one side and 1 person seating on the other. First class has 6 options. The Night Sky and the Silver Vista both have glass dome roofs with very comfy front-facing seating. Yankee Girl and the Red Mountain and the Prospector and the Alamosa parlor car all have seating at tables. All the first class and presidential class cars are provided with the same amenities: an onboard attendant, unlimited non-alcoholic beverages, morning pastries, souvenir mug, and 1 tote bag per couple or group. You need to be 21 to ride in the presidential car. We chose the Alamosa car, which is the last car on the train, and because of that, we were allowed to walk out on the back deck whenever we wanted to. That was a real treat. Oh, and I have to mention that there's a group of ladies sitting across from us that were on a girls' trip, and were totally enjoying themselves, and quite entertaining, if you know what I mean. In this car, they sold alcoholic beverages.
That's the parking lot, isn't it?
Nope, we're on the
That's
other
a
side.
different one?
Yeah, that's a different side.
The first part of the ride, you're going through town and by the river. we had a great train attendant. He had some funny stories besides giving us information on what we're seeing out the window.
Wild turkey. In this area, we see a lot of wild turkey, so look out for that. If you see any wildlife, shout it out and point. Yesterday, we saw a moose closer to Silverton, so look out for that. We see moose, marmot, prairie dogs, turkey. We saw an eagle yesterday. Closer to Silverton, moose, bear. There was a Bigfoot sighting back in 2023. So look out for that. We're coming up to mile marker 467. This is the Highway 550 overpass. We're coming over this S curve. So here on the left side of the car, you're gonna see the yellow cars when we make that curve. And then on the right side, you can capture a nice photo of the train going underneath the highway. So look out for that.
Now, for those of you who are thinking about taking this trip, let me tell you a little secret. So let's say that you are standing at the back of the train and you're looking towards the front of the train where the engine is. So now look to your right. That's the right side of the train. That's where you want to get your seats. No matter what car you get in, the right side of the train has the best views of everything. And I'm talking about when you're headed for Silverton on the train. We had a 2-person table, but I made sure that we were actually the second table from the very back of the train. That's because when people went out on the deck, they'd have to open the door, and it came real close to the person sitting right there at the very back of the train. Noticed a few times the lady that was sitting in that chair at the very end was getting quite annoyed at people going in and out because that door would come so close to her each time. Here comes the money shot that everybody takes pictures of. It's really cool. The Durango train to Silverton has run continuously since 1881. It travels on 45 miles of track that was laid down at the end of 1881. Just take a moment and let that sink in as you pass over this section of track. Yikes. I had to videotape this part just in case he lost his phone out of the train car. This is the Soarin' Tall Timber Resort that we're passing by. They have one of the longest zip lines courses in the U.S. This is the Winnemucca Wilderness Area, if I'm saying that right. The area is the largest wilderness area in Colorado. This area is accessible by train only. We're coming up on one of the footbridges that go across the river. This goes over to some of the camps where a lot of the backpackers stay. The train's getting ready to come into Silverton. We're almost there. The train pulls in and everyone unloads and heads up the street. I love this little town. I love little country towns anywhere. We decided we better grab some lunch before all the restaurants fill up. We headed into the Handlebars Restaurant and Saloon. The decor inside this restaurant is quite something. Had lots of things to see, and I'd have to say the food was really good too. You could tell by the architecture and all the buildings that this is a really old town. They have lots of shops if you want to pick up some souvenirs. They have our train turned around, so we're headed back to Durango. When we got back on the train, the attendant told us if we wanted to, we could go to the next car over, which is the night sky car that has the dome glass lid on top, because the passengers that were on it took the bus back, so it was empty. So a lot of us went up there and sat for a while. It was great seeing the mountains from a different viewpoint. I'm curious to know how many of you have actually taken this trip and what you thought of it. Thank you very much for coming along on this adventure with us. Please take a moment and subscribe. We would greatly appreciate it. Remember, check out the other 2 videos of this trip, Durango Surprised Us and Mesa Verde National Park.